Remember in the beginning when we were told that the Green New Deal was just a suggestion? You remember that? Well, it seems that some folks in D.C. have a different idea of what the word suggestion means. Democrats, it seems, have been unable to push the entirety of their radical Green New Deal through the proper Democratic channels. So what's the next best thing? Well, according to them, it's urging President Joe Biden to use abstract threats and exploit genuine tragedies to shove it down America's throat. Because, why let a good crisis go to waste, right? This is the authoritarian movement the Democrats are forcing on America. Will the Republicans stand up? Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So remember when they said that we were overreacting because we thought they'd come out after our gas stoves? It wasn't that long ago. They laughed at us. And then New York came out as the first state to ban gas stoves. And then there was last year's Inflation Reduction Act. A whopping $600 billion was put in there for renewable energy and climate change initiatives. But surprise, surprise, it just wasn't enough for the climate alarmists. Senators Ed Markey, Bernie Sanders, and their leftist pals wrote to Biden basically saying, why wait for democracy when you could just use your executive powers? Let me remind the Republicans in Congress, at least, who seem to be asleep at the switch, that executive orders can only be written when a president has a power that's given to him either by the Constitution or the Congress. Since the Congress gave no such powers to Joe Biden because they couldn't get the Green New Deal passed, and any executive order he writes would be unlawful. Am I wrong? It's no different than his forced vaccine mandates that were shot down by the Supreme Court because he couldn't write an executive order with no power behind it. So they want Biden to write an executive order because they can't get what they want legislatively. The reason they can't get what they want legislatively is because the people who elect the legislators are telling them, no fucking way, we don't want it. They don't want to go back to the 1800s. They like air conditioning when it's hot, and they like heat when it's cold. They like to drive their cars to go to work, to go food shopping, or to go to the hospital when a Democrat in the neighborhood attacks them. And now it looks like they're going to use the wildfires in Hawaii to push their agenda. Markey, one of the original writers of the Green New Disaster, says that the devastation in Maui is a clear sign that Biden must declare a climate emergency. Because, nothing says, I care about the environment like exploiting a tragedy. Representative Earl Blumenauer wants a statist response in climate change. I'm sure that won't have any unintended consequences, right? Even President Biden, when asked if he'd declare a national climate emergency, he said, practically speaking, we've already done that. And he said this while vacationing at a billionaire climate alarmist property. The irony. According to some, declaring a climate emergency is like a skeleton key that unlocks other powers. And they're right. The Center for Biological Diversity says Biden could stop crude oil exports, ban oil and gas drilling, and limit trade in fossil fuels. Tim Stewart, president of the U.S. Oil and Gas Association, says it's just like COVID. So vast and unchecked authority. Sounds like a dream for some, right? Remember during COVID when some local authorities in states and cities started just creating laws that harmed your freedoms without legislatures getting involved? Remember that? We have a Congress for a reason. Congress makes the laws, not the executive branch. Apparently, the Democrats don't like this, and so they're trying to find ways to have limitless power so that they can screw you over even better than they have for the last 100 years. This is so bad an idea that even some left-wing commentators are worried. Elizabeth Goitein from the Brennan Center says overbroad emergency powers provide a ready mechanism for undermining democracy. Or at least someone's paying attention. Hello, Republicans? And such an action would face legal challenges, especially from a conservative Supreme Court. And let's not forget the potential impact on gas prices and Joe Biden's re-election chance. Barack Obama was pretty slick on how he screwed the American people over. His Obamacare put mandates in over time. He spread them out so that a new screwing over would happen at around the time when you just stopped being angry about the last one. And I think that's what Biden wants to do as well. Abraham Lincoln once said the best way to get a bad law repealed is to enforce it strictly. But who knows? Maybe Biden will make the pronouncement soon. After all, why let little things like democracy get in the way, right? All right. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, share our videos with your friends to stay informed about what's really going on. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and always remember to read between the lines and the lie. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.